Y'all get in here right now, because I told y'all that August Alsina was a messy girl. I told y'all that one there, baby, was nothing to play with, but y'all was saying he was a victim. We're gonna talk about his new entanglements, honey. We got some things to talk about with that. We're gonna also talk about Tamar Braxton, baby. I got an update for you on that, baby. I'm praying for her every single day. Got an update for you on Meg the Stallion, baby, and even an update on Nikki Minaj. Let's just go ahead and jump on in, but before I do that, y'all need to click like and click share and tag every last one of your opinionated friends. I want Tanisha, who always got something to say. I want Johnny, who literally can't keep his mouth closed. I want Deborah. Y'all bring in Deborah, honey. I need Deborah in here today, okay? So let's go ahead and do that, all right? Let me tell you about what August Alsina did, okay? August Alsina has released a single with Rick Ross. Guess what the name of the single is, girls? Guess the name of the single. You named it. Entanglements, baby. Now, I'm going to tell you this. It's a bop. It is a bop. It's a nice single, okay? I'm not going to say it's not, okay? But what I will say is this is validation and proof that what I said about August in the first place was true. Messy, capitalizing on this situation for money, for financial gain, for greater publicity. Let's call a thing a thing. August's career was not on an upswing when this all happened. Now more people in the world know his name than who knew it beforehand. And what I'm saying is this: anytime somebody says that the only way that I can get healing is by going on a multinational platform to tell somebody else's business, that's not healing, that's exploitation. So I got a lesson for somebody in this, and it's not for August, and I've already dealt with August. I got a lesson for Miss Jada Pinkett Smith, okay? Jada, girl, I love you to death, honey, and I love everything about you. I love your honesty, I love your transparency. I love the fact that you choose to say, listen, I make the rules for my life, and I don't have to color in the lines that someone else has set for me. But what I will say is this, baby, okay? What I need you to do, I need you to value your position and value your power, honey, okay? There are so many men out here who would love to be in your presence, and they will even deal with the fact that you got a husband. They gonna have no problem with that. But baby, when you picking who you gonna deal with, I need you to pick somebody who has as much to lose as you, and this is a lesson for y'all too, okay? Because some of y'all are messing with these gutter snipes, as Iyanla would say. Y'all messing with these gutter snipes, and then when shit break down, you wonder why your business is in the street, and these people are trying shit on you. It's because they got less to lose than you, okay? I'm telling you this right now, baby. If they don't have as much to lose as you, don't deal with them. And to Jada and to the other Jadas out there, because some of y'all in her position, y'all mess with these low vibration men and women. I'm gonna tell you this right now, baby. What you need to do is know your power, okay? And I'm gonna say one thing about Miss Jada's power. I don't know what she was doing to that boy, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. The way he was singing like a canary on there, and he writing songs about her right now, baby. Whatever you doing, Miss Jada, I need you to teach a course on it, honey, because you got. It's sunshine. Harlem Nights, all right? Y'all look that up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She got some sunshine on her, all right? But I'm gonna tell you this right now, okay? Take this as a lesson. Take this as a lesson, not just Jada, but everyone who's watching this right now. If they have less to lose than you, don't deal with them. If their life has always been colored with these stories of how they've always been a victim, understand this: they will find a way to make you into their next victimizer. Because literally, when someone like August comes along, where literally got this sad story, yeah, and this happened to me, and that happened to me, and I just need some love. What you think gonna happen when you tired of dealing with they pitiful ass? Somehow or another, they're gonna make you out to be the person who victimized them. Why? Because they gotta make you out to be that person in order to justify why they doing to you what they doing to you. He knew he was going to exploit her. He knew he was going to use her name in order to get economic gain for his album. He knew he was gonna do that. And so in order to validate and justify why he's doing it, this is my opinion, this is why he came out in that interview and said those things about her. This is why he's now got a song out there, so that he can try to, and this ain't working, okay? So that he can try to make you believe that there's something wrong with her, rather than simply saying, no, you a Hollywood girl. You a Hollywood girl, and you trying to exploit your relationship with a famous woman in order to sell an album that probably ain't gonna sell that well anyway, okay, baby? Let's just call it thing and thing. Although the music is really good. I mean, it's fabulous. Have you heard the voices like butter? Anyway, y'all, I'm just saying, y'all, that's my update on Miss Jada Pinkett Smith, y'all, and that's the lesson y'all need to take from there, okay? Only operate and deal with people who are at the same level as you. I'm gonna say this to Jada, girl, get yourself a non-disclosure. Why you ain't working with no non-disclosure? Anyway, that's another story for another time. Now we gotta talk about my girl Tamar Braxton. They say that she's in stable condition right now, so our prayers have been working. But did y'all see what she wrote to the bosses over at WeTV? I think about a week prior to her suicide attempt. Honey, I do this because we don't know. She didn't say she attempted suicide, so we don't know if that's what happened. But prior to what happened, honey, I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, this is in page 6, honey. It says it right here. You always got my receipts. This is what Tamar wrote. She says, we fight each other, we betray each other, and now we're physically assaulting each other, all happening because your show, Braxton Family Values, has chosen to show the absolute worst side of a strong, independent, successful African-American family. A show that I created to showcase a strong black family as a beacon of hope for all young black girls and boys out there. Instead, you coached and cajoled us into finding the worst in each other, honey. Baby, it gets worse than this. She dropped some tea, honey. Listen to this. She says, she likens the network to cruel white slave masters who once chained our forefathers and the oppressive police forces that now terrorize our communities. My God. She says, I hope those ratings were worth it because you succeeded in destroying a great black family. There's more, honey. She says, this is what she said. She said, the final stake in the heart of my family was the day that you, being the network, dug up a secret I'd never share with anyone. A secret I was so ashamed to talk about that I hid even from my own mom. The fact that I had been assaulted and raped repeatedly from age 9 to 16. Well, as much as I saw that. Sometimes multiple times a day. She goes on to say, she says, the producers exposed it on your show in front of my entire family and 100 crew members. Can you imagine? She goes on and says, you broke me that day. And I considered ending my own life then for the shame I felt. She goes on. I'm not done. She says, she goes on. This is how she ends the email, honey. This is where the clincher is. She says, I have news for you. Today I take back my power. I will no longer tolerate being oppressed. I am asking you to break the chains now and let me go. I'm suffocating. I can't breathe, honey. Was this her crying out for help? Was this her letting them know that they had broken her? Was this her letting them know she was in emotional duress? I don't know, baby, but I will say, if this wasn't a sign of things to come, I don't know what was. I don't know the dealings that she has over there at We TV, and we don't have a statement from We in order to confirm it. So at this point, it's one side of the story, one version of the story against someone else's story, baby. And as we all know, there's one person's side, the other person's side, and then there's the accurate story. But what I will say is this. When I looked at the preview for her new show that's coming out on We, the one that Mona Scott is producing, what I noticed within that particular show was that it seemed like it was a very confrontational vibe. It seemed like she was not comfortable. It seemed like she was filming or operating under circumstances that may have been outside of her control, or in some ways, I don't know, outside of what she would have wanted. I don't know the situation there, but here's what I know to be true, and I get back to the lesson I gave y'all before about this whole situation. Please pay attention to the signs of the people around you. When people are saying, I'm hurt, I'm falling apart, I'm breaking, I'm struggling, listen to that. They're not just running their dog on mouth. Stop, be quiet and listen to them. Don't say, oh girl, you being over dramatic. Oh, you just doing this. Oh, you just doing that. Don't minimize people's warning signs, because those warning signs could just be the very thing that is letting you know that there's a crisis coming ahead. And if you can stop it, although you can't change what someone's going to do, if you can at least stand in the gap, you may be able to help avert a traumatic or awful, for that matter, life-ending situation. So Tamar, we're praying for you, girl. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think that the boss is over at We got some things to talk about. I do really think that. I think that somebody needs to come out and kind of just acknowledge what was Tamar dealing with. I love the girl. I love her to death, and I wish the best for her. And I hope within my heart of hearts that if she is entangled in anything, that people will break those chains so that she can be free and not under any mental duress. Child, Meg Thee Stallion put out a statement. I'm going to tell you this right now. She got real with y'all, because she said that for some of y'all, this is internet fodder, but for her, this is her real life. Here's the statement she put out, baby. It says it right here. It's on her Twitter. She says, black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. Girl, can you relate to that, baby? I'm not a black woman, but I can tell you this right now, baby. The things I have held in just to protect other people, girl, honey, has almost broken my spirit a couple times. So let me go on and read about Megan, honey. She says, it might be funny to y'all on the internet or in just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. Let me tell you this, okay, honey? The girl was shocked multiple times in the foot, honey. The girl, after being shot, was, according to the video, looked like she then had to deal with the police on the sidewalk. And now everything's out here. Girl, her career is put on hold. You can't twerk with a broken foot. You see what I'm saying? And this girl's going through real trauma. The trauma of being shot, the trauma of going through all these things, honey, this is going to have lasting effects on her for years and years to come. Megan, here's my advice to you, baby. Get into therapy. Get into therapy, honey. Get into therapy, baby. You need to talk about somebody. You done gone through so much. You done lost your mother. You done lost your grandmother. You done dealt with the trauma of becoming famous. I don't care what nobody say. It is traumatic becoming famous. You go from nobody knowing your name to everybody knowing your name. People not wanting nothing to do with you to everybody wanting every part of you. You got to go through all that. Any insecurity that you ever have is now on Front Street. So you got to go through all of that, the trauma of that. And then on top of this, you go through the trauma of not just being shot, not just having to undergo surgery, but then having it splash all over the news with some people even making fun of you. Baby, get into therapy. Get into therapy, and I recommend it to anybody else, baby. Your trauma will not heal itself just with time. Time don't do nothing but just let your trauma run deeper and affect other areas of your life. If you know that you are ready to heal, get into therapy, baby. I'm not talking about no pastors, all right? There's a difference between a pastor and a therapist unless they got a license by the state. You need to talk to someone who is clinically trained to help you with processing your stuff, honey, all right? That's what I'm telling you right now. Support groups are out there too, baby, but get the support that you need, Megan, because I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? I believe that in life, we have what we call check the box moments, where when we look back over our life, we'll be able to say, this happened, this happened, this happened. And those check the box moments are the things that kind of decide the trajectory of our life. I'll give you an example with Whitney Houston. Back when in the early 90s, she went up on stage and got booed by, I think, at the Soul Train Music Awards, because back then they said that Whitney Houston, they said that she was too white. That's what they said, her music was too poppy. And so nonetheless, they booed her. And that was a check the box moment for her, because in that moment, because the way she processed it and internalized it, some say that's what led her down the path of choosing the type of marriage she got into and a lot of other poor choices, because she was trying to validate her blackness. Girl, I'm gonna tell you this, Megan, okay? This could be a check the box moment for you in a good way and a bad way. If you don't get the level of support that you need, then this could be something that takes you down an even worse path, baby, and that will make this incident look like a grain of sand on a vast beach compared to all the things you could deal with. Or this could be an incident where you literally allow this situation to make you better, Megan. So I'm just encourage you, get into therapy, honey. If you want some recommendations, inbox me, girl. I know some of the best ones in the world, all right? Now, before we close out, let's talk about Miss Nikki, honey. I'm so proud of Miss Nikki. She pregnant, baby. She look good pregnant, don't she? You ain't seen she look real good pregnant. Look at her, baby. I'm so proud of her. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all was some messy girls out here. When she got with her man, y'all was talking about him, calling him a sex offender and all kinds of crazy things, girl. And look, honey, she is happy with that man. He treating her good. Ever since those headlines, we ain't heard nothing about him. So I'm gonna tell you this, all right? It's a word of encouragement. Whoever you want to be in a relationship with, ladies, you choose that person. And you don't let these messy people out here try to discourage you from being in a relationship that works for you, honey. Because Miss Nikki is married now. Miss Nikki got a baby on the way. Her career's doing just fine, honey. She's doing just fine, baby. I love you to death, Nikki. I celebrate everything that you do, baby. And I just can't wait to see all the good things to come for you. All right, y'all. You know what I want you to do. Go ahead and click like and click share. And if you're watching me on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and then smash that bell to turn your notifications so you can see my future videos. And baby, you know I love to get new teeth from you, baby. So what I want you to do is when you hear anything new, you go ahead and tag me on that post, baby. Inbox it to me, baby. And if I can find a lesson in it, I promise I'll share it with you. All right, folks. Love you to death. And don't you like the new setup, honey? Oh, honey, I feel cute today. All right, y'all. Bye.